The one word to describe him is aggressive.
So there was a point about a week before week 1 of the last split of the SBL where Purple and I, our teams played a scrim, Wapu Superstar versus Think Twice Die Once, and we were about 5 minutes into that game. It was Purple's first time playing top lane in the SBL, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's gonna be good.
This is a man who wants to play to just absolutely try and body his opponent. He will always go extremely hard and try to cement these huge leads, and then he just roams, goes wherever, and he will just try to keep snowballing leads harder and harder and harder. We've seen him play 4 positions throughout the Baddie League, and every single one of these positions, he's always tried to just aggressively establish dominance over his opposing counterpart on the other team.
So Purple is a guy that I've had the pleasure of playing with for 2 seasons in SBL, and got to play against in the finals of this last season. In all 3 of these seasons, so this is 3 times that he's made it to the finals, he has played a different role each time, with it being top lane, ADC, or jungle. And this guy is just, he's a really good team player. If you haven't played with him before, like, he's really happy, fun, just doesn't really tilt off the face of the earth like a lot of people do in this league.
If there's one thing I appreciate about PurplePicklePie, the guy, he definitely is willing to gamble. But he doesn't gamble in like the Mr. Coffee sense where like, I'm like, oh, I got a 20% chance of this going well, and then of course, you know, the 80% proves true. The guy is very calculated in his gambles. He looks at something and says, we got like a 60-70% chance of this going well. The odds are all right here. Okay, I see this person. All right, let's go. And usually is very successful. And so that is the kind of gambler I'd like to aspire to be in this game, is someone who knows the odds a lot better than me, and that, in my opinion, defines PurplePicklePie.
I think Purple's strength is like a roamer and showing up to team fights, good teleports, all that stuff. I think the fact that those were such strong traits of his really overshadowed the fact that he was also such a dominant laner. And it, like, as somebody who thinks of myself as a good laner, it was legitimately scary 1v1ing up against PurplePicklePie.
I think Purple will always be a great pick in this league, and especially if you pair him up with a great shot caller, which it's not that hard to do in this league when there are several great shot callers, and give him a little bit of direction, and Purple plays to his maximum potential then.
Purple just kind of moves to new roles and still does well, and I'm not really sure how. Like, he can switch from playing jungle to ADC, and it seems like he's just kind of been a main on that role the entire time. I'm going to be really excited to see what role he decides he wants to go with this next season, or what role he gets drafted as. I think, again, with my same theme of flexibility, Purple is one of those players that you can just draft and not really care where he ends up, because he's going to be one of the top half in that position in the league, pretty much guaranteed.
It's a very, very impressive thing. He out-mechanics a lot of people in the league, and he knows it, and he pushes that to his advantage all the time. Every once in a while it backfires, but the majority of the time he's going hard and he's getting big.
PurplePicklePie is one of those players that's just good at almost any game that he picks up. I feel like he probably didn't even have to practice much to play League of Legends. I've played multiple duo queues with him where he'll pick up a champ like that he hasn't even touched in months, or even, you know, that he's never touched, and then somehow managed to go 11-1, you know, in the whole entire game, and somehow managed to win. You know, I think he's just a very gifted gamer in general. I think that any other game that he plays, he's probably the exact same.
This is a guy who legitimately can probably play 4 of the 5 roles at an SBL level, and he can be in the running to be one of the like 5 to 7 best players in the whole league while doing that in any of those roles. And that is just so insanely valuable to have. I love watching the guy play because he just seems to win around the action from whatever role and on whatever champion he wants. And there are very few guys that can do that like him.
I would highly recommend people to give him a second look, because I feel like sometimes he goes undervalued in people's minds, but he is incredible.
Yeah, 100% right. As the top laner in this room, Nautilus is your stereotypical 2016 tank. If he gets ahead, and look at that, PurplePicklePie just walks into mid lane and Cruisemaster has to